everyone, it's Nora here at Nora's Ark. Today I'm going to go over the different ways that I grow vertically along my fence. So behind me here I have a 5.5 foot tall fence that is, the panels are each 6 feet wide, and in between the panels there are 2x6 boards, so boards that are 6 inches wide and 2 inches thick. So I'm growing 4 different types of plants along my fence. I have grapes, peas, beans, and cucumbers. So let's take a look. Right behind me here, I have my Swenson red grapes. There's nothing special that you have to do with the grapes because they can just be weaved in and out of those panels that I mentioned, or the 2x6 boards. So you also can tie them up with some wiring that I have here, and I also use some plant tape as well to tie those up, just to give them a little bit extra support. And then over here I have my Frontenac grapes. Same thing, those just get weaved in and out. And this white stuff that I have on there is a treatment. It's called 7 because I have kind of a beetle problem on my grapes. You can see here there's a lot of holes in the leaves, and I'm hoping that this treatment will help take care of that and they'll get healthier. So then next I have 2 panels of peas. I'm growing sugar snap peas and Alaskan peas. So for these, I had to go ahead and take some garden netting that I used for a fence last year, so that was nice, I could reuse it. I stapled it in a few different spots on the sides and the middle so that it'd be tight against the fence. And then I just go ahead and take the little tendrils that grow on the peas and I hook them into the fence every couple days, and those have been growing really well. The reason you can't just grow those on the boards like the grapes is because they have a lot smaller tendrils, so they can't actually latch onto those big boards. They need a little bit of help from the netting. These panels of netting are about 3 feet tall. I had to add another tier to the Alaskan peas because they got a lot taller. So it's about 6 feet for the Alaskan peas, but only 3 feet for the sugar snap peas. Down here, I did the same thing. I have 2 panels of green beans, and I did the same thing for those. I did 2 tiers of netting because those get really tall as well. And the other thing that is cool about these is that these tendrils actually kind of just even stuck to the wood fence, which I thought was really interesting. They still need the netting for that support, but I just thought that was a cool thing that I noticed. The last 2 panels I have are cucumbers. So I have 2 different types of cucumbers. I have Chicago pickling and just regular cucumbers. The ones that are a lot taller, I started those about 3 months ago. I started them inside 6 weeks before I transplanted them outside. And these have been growing really well. Cucumbers are a lot heavier, so I had to put T-posts right up against the fence, and then I put 12 gauge metal fencing onto them. It's about a 5-foot panel. It's the same stuff that I'm using to grow my tomatoes on in the large garden that I have. So I also tied it in certain spots so that it would be tight against the fence, but I actually didn't do it enough because there's still kind of a gap between the metal fence and the wood fence. And I actually, down here, I have this cucumber. Here, I'll get a better angle. This cucumber, he's growing between the metal fence and the wood fence, so I'll be able to get him out. But what I try to do, like I did with these guys hiding behind these leaves, is once I saw that they were turning from a fruit to a cucumber, I made sure to pull them out and made sure that they were going to grow on the outside of the metal fence. Something else I may do is, you can see these cucumbers are getting really tall. I'm going to take another panel of that metal fencing and put it over like an arch, and then train the cucumbers to grow down the other side. And that should give them a lot more space to grow, and it'll be kind of like an arch trellis, so that'll be cool. And then these also just have tendrils that you can kind of guide up the fence, but they latch on really quickly and they really enjoy growing up the trellis that I made for them. So there you have it. I have my cucumbers here, my 2 panels of green beans, 2 panels of peas, and then each of the grapes gets their own panel. So let me know in the comments the creative ways that you are growing vertically, whether it be along a fence or not. And if you enjoyed watching this video, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.